And we are back. We are back. I know it's been a while since I've been here. Let's just say this. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing the show. I enjoy reading all of the articles. I enjoy cracking jokes with all of the staff. And life will catch you doing podcasting. Life will catch you. But like I say, we do enjoy everything we do. And sometimes when we come back together, it's kind of like Wu-Tang. We don't miss a step. Even though we go our own separate ways and we've got our own lives, when we come back together, it's like Wu-Tang. So no matter how long that I've been away from podcasting, as soon as I step back into it, I might be rusty on some things, but then I get right back on my grind. So glad to be back. Glad to have over 100 subscribers. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. So also, if you like the show, then share the show. It's just Big Vernon App Stupid. A lot of stories on the docket today. Clemson and FSU, they think they're the prettiest girls in the ACC and they want to leave. However, to everybody else, they're old, haggard, and nobody wants them. So we'll get into that. Also, Nebraska has just lost their athletic director to the SEC. Also, Nebraska has lost their chancellor, the president of the university, to Ohio State and the Big Ten. And through all of that, you'll never believe what Matt Rule is asking. Also, Indiana, the Hoosier man, good people of Bloomington, they are not in the March Madness tournament. They declined an invitation to the NIT. Now, in years past, this would be a reason to panic, even with a 5-star recruit who is backing out on Indiana. But I will explain to everybody and calm the crazy and let them know that Mike Woodson is here to stay. And the moves that he's done is more encouraging than discouraging. And then Dan Monson, he goes gangster. You're going to fire me? Okay, I'll show you. We've got those stories and much more when we come back from a 20 second, I was about to say 2 minutes. You give me 2 minutes, I'm going home. 20-second break from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vernon App Stupid. Take it away. Subway. Yes, Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Try any of the signature subs from the sub series. Also, add a sidekick. Yeah, you can add a sidekick. It is a foot-long churro or a foot-long cookie and a foot-long pretzel. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Visit your good folks at your local Subway. Download the app or order online. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. So we're going to start in football scoop. Going to talk about Dan Monson. And the thing that I loved about reading this story from Doug Samuels is that it's always the guy who, once you give him something, he's going to prove you wrong. You can put any obstacle in front of him and he's going to go ahead and prove you wrong. And this was nothing different. Monson has been the head coach at Long Beach State for the past 17 seasons. And on Monday, the school announced a mutual separation with their longtime head coach after an 18-14 regular season, but added he would finish the rest of the season. That's the mistake right there. Most of us, I remember being younger, and when I say younger, because I'm almost hitting that 50. I almost got that red folder coming. But I remember when I was younger how jobs would hustle you, and then you would work all day, all morning you would work, and you knew you was fired. But all morning you would work your hardest to try and prove, hey, look, I still got a job. I still got a job. Then they would fire you, like around lunchtime. They would. They come up to you, tap you on your shoulder, and as soon as you get up and walk right in their office, out of the corner of your eye, you can see like security putting everything in your desk and on your desk in a box. So that is the equivalent of what is going on. However, they allowed Dan to finish the season, which this is the good part. Then the improbable happened. Now, this is Doug Samuels. A 4 seed in the Big West tournament, Long Beach State rattled off 3 straight wins. 5 seed UC Riverside, 1 seed UC Irvine, and 2 seed UC Davis to win their conference tournament and punch their ticket to the big dance. How you like me now? You're going to fire me? Okay, I tell you what. We're going to fire you, but after 17 years of you being the head coach here, you know what? You've earned it. Coach the rest of the season. And then under their breath, they're like, well, he's not going to win it anyway. And then Dan. Go ahead, Dan. Dan Monson was like, okay, I'll tell you what. Not only am I going to beat all of these guys, but I'm getting ready to go to the big dance. And he did it. Good for you. That is so much. That's what I love about sports, is that nothing is ever over. You can never count anybody out, even when the chips are down. And you want to go ahead and prove something not only to the president, but also to the student body. Now, here's the thing. If they go to the Sweet 16, now the administration has to come back and eat their words, because you can't let a coach go who just went to the Sweet 16. If they keep dancing all the way to the Sweet 16, not only if he leaves, you just increased his value. Now, here's a coach that you counted out and you fired him before the end of the season. You didn't even let it play all out. And now you may have to go back, hat in hand, knees bent, head bowed. You know, hey, Dan, could you help my brother out? No. It's so good. It's so good. And they're set to hit the biggest stage in college basketball, red hot, with a coach that the school decided that they didn't want around anymore for one final ride. That's crazy. And see, sometimes, and I wish it was like this in life. Sometimes you have a passionate fan base and you've got passionate boosters. And I know people now in the NIL collective, they get, a bigger say because they have skin in the game when they've given money to the organization. However, when basketball and football people know the sport, you have to let things play out. You have to give the voice of what this isn't Xbox. This isn't PS5. You can't just create a player, give him 99 everything, and then start winning right away. And I think that instant gratification is lost. Like, I think that instant gratification is the sentiment of a lot of people. However, that's not how sports work. And I'm so glad that Dan Monson is showing you what coaching is about. I'll show you my salt as a coach. Yeah, because we're due, especially in the game of basketball. Because it's a game of runs and how to stop runs and then go on runs. And right now, they're on one. They're on one. And what made it so good, after winning the conference title, Monson referred to the hall ball euphemism, who has it better than us? Dan Monson. Because it originally goes, who has it better than us? Nobody. I love that. And Dan, he has it better than Michigan. And he has it better than Michigan basketball. And I'm sorry. And that's amazing that he would invoke that. And I love it. I love it. And in the old Marv Levy, that's a good one too. That's a good one. And I've even lifted that from him to work with some of my youth teams, is where I say, if it's just rough enough, if it's too tough and rough for them, it's just right for us. And guys love it with that workman mentality. Keep your head down, go through the motions, play as a team, respect each other, and let the game speak for itself. So good. This story was so good. I needed to pick me up. Yep. So, Dan Monson. Hearing that, are you now a Dan Monson fan? I am. Long Beach State, you got a guy rooting for you halfway across the country. Let's get it. Let's go. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. We'll be back. Got a lot more show. Gonna have some fun. Holla at your boy.